Hey team, Apex Trades here, hope you are well. I just want to give a quick overview really, get started, show you what we've been doing with the Compound Club, how it's been going. It's been going actually quite well. Today was a fantastic day actually, we got a lot of good solid wins. I kind of want to give you a little bit of an overview of how I trade, what I'm looking to do, how I maybe come up with some of the entries, and then ultimately a little bit of kind of shop talk just to kind of go over Discord, make sure you guys familiarize yourselves and understand we're only just getting started on this journey and we want to keep going. So I've got some goodies as well available for you, so just make sure you keep listening in and we'll go over that. So look, the way I like to trade is I always want to look for natural support and resistances, and so you know when you have the benefit of having all of these different tokens to trade with, and I trade on MEXC. I think MEXC is probably has the most amount of tradable tokens, specifically on perps that I want to be targeting and trading on. So oftentimes, you know, I used to exclusively trade BTC, but there's so many more opportunities that's just out there, and so sometimes not all opportunities are available at the same time, and so you just got to go through each token until you find something that looks like it's worth a shot. And so one of my most favored trading indicators is the pivot points. I've gone over these many times in a lot of my kind of educational content and previous analysis, and so I'm not going to go over that today. Just know that whenever we talk about pivot points, they give us these natural resistance levels. So you can see here as an example, this is currently on the, I think it's the weekly, so it will, oh no, this is the daily, so it will give you a full 24 hours for where price is likely to go. And you can see here, I mean, look, this is a classic trade. This is on INJ. And so I waited for price was starting to edge its way up, and what I always like to do is maybe sometimes I'll go right on the actual resistance point, sometimes I'll go right on the actual point itself, sometimes I'll go just below it, because sometimes you can get front run. And so I wanted to kind of make sure that I had a decent entry somewhere in and around that R3 resistance, because very rarely do we kind of spike up this much. I mean, sometimes you can go as high as even R5, but what you're always looking for is a reversal point, okay, somewhere where you think quite naturally that reversals might come in. And you can see, you know, if you look left, you can see we've got kind of a spike up here, consolidation, and then, you know, price came back down. So naturally, you know, you're going to have some sort of a price action had some stickiness in the past, so it's always good to kind of figure out what's to the left here. Could be a nice order block, could be anything, could be a value area high, value area low, all of that kind of stuff. But to try to not make things too complex at this stage, I'm just looking for these natural points. And so, you know, one of the calls was made. I'll just head over to my Discord real quick and just show you how this was done. So over in Discord, what I basically done is within this section here, we have a number of different sections. So we've got the Compound Club, we've got the 10x Club. I'd say probably the majority of stuff at the moment is going on in the Compound Club. We have the limit calls. These are where you have time to get in, to get an entry in, where there's been a previous, you know, it's a limit order, so there's no major rush. And so what we said is, look, the entry is going to be at $8.449, the stop loss will be at 8.55, and the take profit will be 8.28. So that was called at 11:04 today. That was way before anything could come up. Obviously, going back into the charts, you can see at 11, it was somewhere around here. Where is that? So there was 11:10. So when price was around here, I'd made the call to say if price comes up, this is the place I would probably expect a reversal. And so, you know, I'll map that out. There's my short entry there, there's my stop loss, and there's my take profit. And usually what I'm going for is a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Very predominant with our risk management. That's the key. A lot of the kind of things that we want to instantiate and get right is the risk management, because you can go on a loss of 10 losers, you know what, 1% risk. 1% risk isn't really that much on your account, and so this is the aim, what we're always trying to make sure we kind of sign off on. So risk management is key. We go over all of that, and then the beauty about this is, you know, you can just literally rattle through, you know, all of these. You can see what I'm looking for is, are we going to come close? I mean, look at this. This was on ETH, another absolute magical one, which you call that to the pretty much to the dollar accuracy. Price then came and fell down. We took the profit quite early on that one. To be fair, I'm a bit gutted. That could have ran a lot longer. But you see these all the time, you know, I'm just kind of flicking through. Lovely reversal here again. You know, normally what I'm doing is my stop is about halfway between the two support levels, and so this would have been, I didn't call this one, but this would have been another, you know, nice move. AVAX called the absolute top on this one. Again, price came down. This was probably the biggest win of the day for me personally and the guys. And again, you can just see here, this was the R1, so resistance level 1. Matic again, look, I mean, I would probably look to see where Matic comes up to this point of R3 here, although this might start to move back down. The key thing here as well is I'm always looking at momentum, so the momentum is key. So right now, you know, what you're really trying to favour is, are we approaching a resistance level that we like? Have we got any other confluence that gives us that idea that we've got a higher potential of reversal? And then ultimately, are we going to be overbought? Because when you want to sell as a reversal, these things matter. And so that's a key thing. It's not just saying, okay, let's just dive in at the reversal or sorry, the support or resistance. You also want confluence as much as possible. Again, just floating through these, you can see right now we're just at the pivot point on XRP. V-Chain, don't really trade that one too much. Magic, again, I've got an order just up here waiting for this reverse for this resistance level to be reached. Again, we've got some really nice consolidation here where we've had this kind of a couple of order blocks that have formed of this area, so you can clearly see that this is a area for supply. So this would be a nice resistance level that I would want to get in, and I've also called that in the server. Well, you can keep going through all of these. You know, you can see there, that was an absolute brilliant one. ARPA, I jumped on that one. It was a snipe. It got out quite early as well because it's a bit of a flaky token. Ocean, again, bang, straight there. R2, beautiful move to the upside. It tags the R2 pivot point and then, you know, sold off. And you can see these are the two equal highs as well. So that would have been another lovely move. Atom, again, starting to approach R3. If I've got time, I'll maybe kind of jump in on that one. You can see here on Ajax, again, move came down, tagged S1 this time, so it moved to the downside and then moves back up. And so you can see what having a lot of these tokens gives you value for it. You can just flick through them. You know, you're looking at that one there, there's Lena. Lena's a really horrible token. It's a nice token, but it's a horrible token to trade. I wouldn't really look at Lena just because it can be mental, if I'm honest. So that's kind of where we're going there. So this is kind of where we are. This is how we do it, you know, looking at different tokens, trying to navigate through different ones, seeing which ones give us the best potential. You know, obviously looking at your momentum indicators is a key one for me, and then any other confluence that will fall with that. And as I say, just going back to the Discord server, you know, a lot of what we do is good communication. You'll see a lot of the good wins we've had. So that was that INJ win. We had a nice one on comp. That was more of a DCA into the trade. You can see here Tomo was another good one that we should call today. It was a winner. AVAX, that was a beautiful move, that one. I really like that one. ARPA, another one there. These are obviously all from me, but not all from me. Some of them are just little scalps. BNB there, I've got an Litecoin one. You can see one of the members there actually got 345%. So they held on to Atom, which was called by one of the other team members within our team. Really good trader actually. And you can just see these are, some of them lose, of course, by the way. Not all of these are winners, but what we do is reduce our risk. So again, we talk all about how we manage risk in the server. You guys should know by now, if you've done any following of me over the past time, that you'll know that I like to trade with risk management being the main focus of my point. Now look, the other thing I just want to show our friends over at MEXC, who's done a fantastic and fabulous job actually of giving us a dedicated Apex Trades competition. So this is only for people who sign up using my link and come into my Discord. If they want to learn, my Discord is absolutely free. I will never charge for anything that I do within my server. I'm all about education and development. And so if you want to join my server, you just click the link and jump onto some of these trades with me and the team. Also, if you want to join, look, who is this eligible for? So look, only users who register with my referral code. So again, you click on the link in the announcements and you will get access straight to this kind of competition. And it's really just about volume. So the top 3 prizes will go based purely upon how much volume is traded. And so right now, as we're building the Discord server, we've only got about 300 members, by the way, but we're growing at a rate of knots, which is great. So you want to be one of the early members if you can. Get yourself in. The more people that trade, the more volume that's created, the bigger the prize pool. And then you can see whoever out of the top 10, well, yeah, first prize gets $3,000. And this is just pure USDT, no catch, just purely based upon who trades and how much volume has been locked out. So get yourselves over, come over to the Apex Trades Discord server. We've been on an absolute tear lately, claiming back some of the earlier, we got, I think it's probably fair to say that the start wasn't the best of starts. We didn't lose an awful lot. That's just because of the risk management. However, I kind of sometimes feel when you first get to trading and you got to try and get your calls out, you've got to try and get signals, you've got to try and get communication, you've got to type these out, you've got to put the charts out. A lot of that sometimes takes a bit of time to get it in your head about how you want to, distribute it. So some of the first, I think probably first 3 or 4 trades didn't really go great, but then after that we've had a lot of kind of good solid trades, bringing us at least back to parity and more. I think today, for me at least, for sure, will have taken the compound club into positive equity. And now you must, unless you're a professional trader, if you're a retail trader like the majority of people, what you'll find actually is they have such a crazy swing up and down, and they'll get liquidated, lose the money, top up more money, liquidated, might go on a nice spin where you get a 2x or something like that with high leverage. But trust me, you are constantly topping up your account, and there'll be people here who'll completely agree. There might be some who don't, but I know when you don't have proper risk management in play, these 4 or 5 trades that lose, for most people, I'd probably say up to 80-90% of people will probably damage their account to such a point where you're not coming back unless you then top up your account. For us, we may have lost 6% overall, 5% overall, maybe 8% overall, but actually probably now we are +5, +6, +7 without having to top up and add more money and stuff like that. And it's just because of the way we trade. And so now I think we're on a point where we're going to start seeing some good growth coming in. So if you guys want to get in, jump on board. Of course, like I said, everything's there in the description. Just click the links, come over to the Discord server, and let's smash it together, brothers and sisters. Speak soon.